Hey YouTube, I told you I'd be making more videos. I'm out here again. This is the trail to Washington's headquarters. I gotta stop saying that, right? Hey, I'm gonna go through a few things with you today, and it's kind of a basic understanding of the martial arts. Now I say plural arts because there are many martial arts. Okinawan Shorin Ryu is the art that I've studied for years. Some of the videos that are on here kind of dialogues some of the history, but I didn't practice for almost 30 years, and I've been practicing now for the past year and a half, and kind of became, well, I have become proficient in the karate I know, and I'm still working on the karate I don't know. And before too long, I'll have a shodan, which is first degree black belt. But we'll go to the basics and talk about that for a minute. Now, we see people all over the internet and on YouTube especially doing karate or some other type of martial art. And these guys who are demonstrating their skill have worked on it for years. And one thing I've learned over the years in martial arts is sometimes these guys will get an ego. And we all have an ego. We want to be good. We want to be the best at the best that we can be, right? You're never going to do that unless you try. So when you try, you begin, and you'll never be able to do kicks and punches and things that you see these guys demonstrating on their short videos until you start. And to learn how to do one single technique that's going to be it. That's all you got. So you can practice and imitate these guys and do spinning back kicks or flying front kicks or something fancy like that, but is that really helping you? So what I want to do now is just show you some basics. And this is from the very beginning. When you go into a dojo in Okinawan Shorin Ryu Dojo, you're going to get some free introductory classes, and that's what I'll be demonstrating for you today. And there's going to be 3 of these videos similar to what you're in this format. So when you go into a dojo, and you're going to hear language that you don't understand, which is Japanese. And when they say kyosuke, you come to attention. Feet are together. And when you bow, you can bow from this position here, or you can open your feet in number 2 and bow. So an interesting thing to understand in this art, number 1 is the most vulnerable position that you can have. You're at attention and your feet are together. You can bow to your sensei with closed feet. You bow to your opponent with open feet. So I'll leave that with you to ponder. You can understand you're less vulnerable, but you're still bowing. So, number 1, I want you to remember this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Throughout your whole practice of karate, you'll have to have 1, 2, 3, 4. And that'll go all the way into when you begin practicing, you gotta put combinations together, or you're never gonna penetrate somebody of equal skill until you have combinations. So you have to practice that way. So 1, 2, 3, parallel stance under your shoulders. 4. Number 4 stance is a ready stance. And a lot of times in a dojo, you're going to hear them call out the word kamae, which is ready, or kyosuke, which is attention. Kamae, which is ready. Now 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4 stance is where you should be when you're ready. Okay, so we're going to practice the rest of what we're going to talk about here from the ready position. So you can also be in a relaxed position here with your hands behind your back. A lot of times you will be called to madote. That's relax. So there's a whole curriculum that goes along with this, and there will be an opportunity for you to see it. But this is low-key, slow roll. We're just doing this out here today on my hike. And I would say when you do this, if you decide to do this practice with me, warm up before you do it. You got to do something to energize your body. I'm 2.5 miles back in the woods right now, and I toted that sack the whole way in here. About 25 pounds. And some jogging along the way. I'm not hurting myself, but when I feel the energy in me, I go. So that again is a good practice. When you feel the energy, go. All right. So 1, attention. 2, 3, 4. Throughout any karate practice, you're going to have repetition, repetition, repetition. And that's how you learn. So I'll go into a little more curriculum on that too. So from the ready position, we're going to talk about blocking. So the most basic block. You will probably be surprised to learn this, but you did it before you knew how to do it. So just think about it for a second. When you were a child and you were protecting yourself from your cat or your dog or whatever, you want them off of you. You're here, all right? Go even further back when you were in your mother's womb. Go to some biology web pages and look at this. Show yourself, how does a infant baby in its mother's womb lay? How are they protecting themselves? This is it. Okay? So before you were born, this is how you were. Okay? What's next? From there, you come out. What are you going to do? You're in the world now. What are you going to do? You lift your hands. And when you lift your hands, you can feel that stretch. There's not much more you can do. And if anything comes at you, it's going to crush you. It's going to crush you because you're not turned over. You have to lift and turn over. I don't know if you can see me in the camera now, but lift and turn over. The hands have to be turned over. From that position, you can defend yourself. You have the strength in your arms to push away. If you're like this, you cannot push away. It's going to fall back on you. Turn them over, you can push out. Okay? This is going to be no cuts, so I'm not adjusting this camera. So, attention. Kiotsuku. Ray. Kamae. Now, you may have noticed what I just did. Kiotsuku. Ray. Kamae. Between every transition, no matter, this is a little more advanced. This is past the first lesson type stuff here, but you'll learn through progressive teaching in Okinawan Shorin Ryu that the X will always be there. And in between transition especially. When you're turning, you have to defend your core. So, as a matter of fact, the core and your head, if you're going to attack somebody, where do you attack them? What's the weak point that you have to go after? I mean, when you're defending yourself, and by the way, Okinawan Shorin Ryu is a defensive martial art. There's a block before any punching. So, your head is your most vulnerable place. If somebody can take out your head, you're done. So you have to defend your head, and you have to defend your core, your vital organs. Don't give them your back. So blocking, X. The X theory is vital in defensive karate. So from here, lifting and bringing back. Lifting and turning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn it over. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now, if you didn't do that with me just now, you might as well quit now. I'm telling you. If you can't get off of the couch and start, you won't do it. And that's just an unfortunate truth that you have to understand. If you can't motivate yourself to do something, no, who's going to do it for you? Nobody. Okay, X theory, I just went over that. Let's do it again. 1, back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, Kyosuke, Ray, Badote. All right, relax. So incorporating anything else with a block, you have to remember the X. So we're going to do punching theory. So again, from the center, that's where when you're punching, we don't do many roundhouses in this style. It's straightforward. So from the ready position, open your hands and put your hands on your hips, right here on your hips. Okay, I want you to do this with me, and just like the 1, 2, 3, 4, which is something I want you to remember this little tip that I'm getting ready to give you, because it's crucial throughout. It's been crucial throughout my karate, I can say that. So hands, palms up, pushing your palms straight out, holding them up, upwards to the sky, flat as you can make them, okay? Keep doing that. I can't tell if I'm in the camera. So bringing it back, bringing your elbows, keeping your elbows and your arms on your side. Just do that a few times. A few times just like that. Rubbing your arms on your side. All right? Keep doing that. Do you feel, when you push it all the way out there, do you feel the tension in your arms? I feel it in my arms. Palms straight up, not tilted in. Actually, turn them out from that position. See if you can turn them out from there. Pull them back. Keep them flat. Keep them flat. Let's do this 10 times, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You feel that? You want to turn your arms over so bad. I know you do, because I do. All right? Bring them back to your side again. When you bring it out this time, we're going to do 10 more. Let your body do what it wants to do. Okay? When you go out, let your fist turn over. We're not fisted yet. We're open-handed. So when you go out, let it turn over. Right at the end. Let's do it. 1. You don't have to do it hard, just do it, right? We're not experts yet, all right? pushing out. And actually the isometric exercise is great if you want to do this slowly with a lot of tension in your arms. All right, go out and over. 1, 2, 3. Hold it out there. All right, when you bring your arms back, bring them back and rub them on your side. Okay? We were on number 4. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? All right, that was punching theory. All right, in karate and Okinawan Shorin Ryu, we're gonna always have a straight punch. Not always, but in the basics and fundamentals, it's a straight punch. All right. You can go high, middle, low, high, middle, low, high, middle, low, alternating high, middle, low. So as we go into a few more of these, we'll start doing some alternating punches. So from here, I want to do the blocking again, just like we did before, but we're going to alternate it this time. And we're going to go from the right to the left, right to the left. All right, Kyosuke, Ray, come on. It's a ready position, right? Like I said, it's going to be repetitive. Some guys walking through the woods over there. Can you imagine how I feel out here in the woods doing this by myself, talking to you? It takes some gumption, right? And that's one of the things I'm learning now too, trying to get this stuff out online. Getting in front of a camera is a learning experience to itself. So, okay, from the ready position, I want you to go to guard up position, right here. Now go back. Step out with the right foot, guard up position, and go back. Okay? All right, so we're going to do alternating punches, alternating with a high block. So we're going to block first, and we're going to punch. I'm going to do it slowly, and you just do it along with me. Ready? With the left hand first. Ready? 1. Okay, you may have noticed I did my right hand. In class, when you're teaching, and by the way, keep your hand up. In class, when you're facing a classroom of kids especially, they're going to do exactly what you do. You can say left all day long, and if you put your left hand up, they're going to do what they saw you do, and their right hand will go up because you're opposing them. You're on the other side. So having to keep that in mind, I'll see how this video turns out. I think it'll reflect in it. But high block, and I want to go high punch. Now, in the same manner, we bring our hands down to our side, just like this. This is the chambered position. You have to learn to chamber, because what is this for? Whatever's next is what it's for. You just blocked. So this has got to be a punch. Punch. Block. Punch. Block. You see the X? Punch. Block. 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 Kyosuke? Ray? Come on. Okay, we're going to alternate. We're going to do the other side. The other side is the one you just, the other side. If you can't have fun doing it, don't do it. All right, blocking with the right hand. Did you see the X? All right. I remember back in the day when I was doing this in the 1980s, I was a young man, 21, 22 years old. Should have learned a lot of lessons before that age, but I didn't. And the teacher, the sensei, they didn't pull any punches. They did with the kids, but when you're a grown-ass man and you are having to come to a place like this and pay somebody to discipline you, which is what I was doing, there would be times in class where they would call you to a position like this, and you stay there, don't move. I don't know about you, my arms are feeling this already. Maybe it's because I hiked in here, or maybe for you, maybe you did 25 jumping jacks a minute ago when I asked you to. But you'll never have the strength to do this for real unless you can discipline yourself and hold positions when you're told to. Okay? So alternating, we're going to punch and recoil the block back to the chambered position. Ready? Punch. Block. 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 Kyosuke? Ray? Come on. Okay, in the same manner, we're going to do down blocks. So it's going to be from the ready position. You're going to do an X. Just follow me. So I'm using my right hand to do a down block. Just like that. And that chambered punch comes back here. Punch. Block. 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 Kyosuke? Ray? Come on. All right, other side. X. Look at this. It's on the inside. This is, even though this is an X, this is your defense here. This is what's out front. It's in between you and your opponent. This is the one next. Blocking. Punch. Block. Punch. Block. Punch. Block. Punch. Block. Punch. Block. Punch. Block. 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 Punch. Block. Punch. So there's a lot of alternating ways you can do this. I just got that backwards, but regardless, as you begin doing a martial art, karate, it's gonna take repetition. And if I can tell you anything that you can take away from here today and just keep it with you, is don't be afraid of practicing alone and doing something that may make you feel a little uncomfortable, maybe even a little silly. But if you're not practicing, you will never, ever learn. So you may get some things down, but you will not learn kata, for example. There are 14 kata in the style in Okinawan Shorin Ryu. And the basics and fundamentals that we'll be talking about do not even get into the kata. It's teaching you the basics and fundamentals that you will need to effectively do Okinawan Shorin Ryu kata. So after these 3 introductory talks, we'll start talking about kata. So I'm gonna stop the video here. It's probably gone longer than you guys can stand, but we'll do this again. I want to share this as often as I can online, and I'm bringing together some things right now that I can bring out a curriculum along with teaching, and there's going to be some dojo time where I'll be in the dojo with students as well, and we'll try to impart to you as much as we can something that you can take with you and learn as you go. So, hey, if you haven't already looked at my channel, go over to Gatekeeper Radio 347. I share things that I do. Another passion that I have is Bible study. I do class time with some kids, and I've shared some stuff on there. Probably before too long, I'm going to be doing some podcasting with my son and a couple of his friends, and that's going to be interesting, and you can kind of get to know us a little better. But subscribe or hit one of these videos. I have playlists on my YouTube channel. A lot of music I like to listen to, other videos where I'm out hunting or doing other goofy stuff. But I just want to share this, bring it to the world, let you guys see what it's like to really practice something from the very beginning. And one thing that I want to just reiterate again, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. If you don't have combinations and thinking through to what's next, you're not really practicing an effective method. So practice makes better, and if you're not practicing, you're not going to get better. So I'll just leave you guys with that. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. Where's my thing? I lost my thing. Thanks, guys.